What's up guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of Feed the Beast Interactions. So last time we just got out of the Void World, and in between episodes I have found this nice little island here. It's not completely cut off, but mostly cut off. Just a little way away from where our portal was. I did have a little look around and this seemed like the nicest area. Reasonably close, it's not too far from a village. And I've got started on setting up the farm up here. At the moment, we're just living underground. The mobs are pretty nasty in this, and you can't sleep through the night. So this is the safest place at the moment. Quest-wise, I did do a couple of quests. I did this healing salve, which wasn't too difficult. Just 2 different types of Minecraft plants, seeds and a bowl. And this heals you up a little bit, but it was also required to make the pure daisy. This is just buckets of mana from... There are pools of mana on the overworld, and the pure daisy was just made with an oxide daisy, a healing salve and a bucket of that mana in the work table. I then used one of these pure daisies to turn one of these basic work tables into a tool station, which has let me build just a really basic tinker's stone pickaxe, a mattock. Built some leather armour. It's not really too difficult, it's just this hardened leather and some wooden cutters in the work table. I also started working on... where is it? It's the metallurgy tab. Started working on this, which just meant mining some iron, making an iron hammer, which is just 6 iron ingots and a stick in the work table, crushing the ore, and then getting some impure dust. And now we just need to make a cauldron and wash that dust, and we get the jackhammer, which I think is a really good mining tool. It'll be better than the pickaxe that we're using. This cauldron requires 7 wrought iron plates, and the plates are hammering a double wrought iron ingot, which is hammering a wrought iron ingot, so that's rather expensive at the moment. And the wrought iron ingots I made just by throwing ingots into fire in world and just waiting for about 20 seconds. I brought the Tinker's melter over from the Void World, used that to melt up just a little bit of iron and a few copper as well. And I think that's mostly what I've done, other than mining a little bit of iron and a little bit of copper. Ore generation works in quite an interesting way in this pack. It's similar to most other Greg Tech packs where it spawns in veins. So you'll get like 1 or 2 chunks together that have a lot of ore densely packed together, which is really nice for mining. And these chunks are signified by what plants are growing on top. So is it still light? No, it's nighttime outside now. But if you find, for example, the Asian copper leaf growing in abundance in an area, it likely means that there's a copper vein underneath, which has copper, iron, malachite, chalcopyrite, and pyrite, and so on and so forth. So I think one of the first things that I want to do today is get the cauldron made. And we can make that quite easily. Just make those plates. And then there's the cauldron. And I'll just pop that there for now. Run outside and get some water. It's very dark at night as well, which makes exploration really difficult at the moment. Let me throw the water in there, and we'll have some impure iron dust from here. Let me throw that in, and there we go. That gives me some more iron ingots and this jackhammer. Let's give this a quick try. Oh yeah, that's so much better than what I've been using. This will make mining out any more and gathering more resources a lot easier. Looking at this Steam Age tab in the quest book, we've got copper already. It looks like there's two methods we can go from here. We either go this way, which is using copper plates to make a seared furnace, which I think is what I'm going to do first, because this will make it much easier to process ores than having to use the melter, which can only melt 3 at a time. I've been making the seared furnace blocks in the melter, and I've got about 30 of them or something already, which should be enough to get me started. And then after that, we need to make alchemical brass, which requires some progression in Thaumcraft. I think first of all we'll go with the multi-block oven, the seared furnace. To get started with that, we're going to need 2 copper plates and 6 seared bricks. I do have the copper for the copper plates, and I believe I have the seared bricks somewhere as well. I do. We will have to use the hammer to make the double ingots and then make the plates. And this is crafted just like this, but we do need some lava. So I'll just go and get some lava real quickly and we'll be right back. Right, I'm back with some lava and we can now make this seared furnace controller. And I also just quickly grabbed the resources so that we can make a seared tank. I'm not entirely sure how you build one of these, but I'm going to assume it's somewhat similar to the tinker's furnace. Let's just make a small one for now and make it bigger later on. Okay, it took me just a moment to figure out exactly how it needs to be. It has to be at least 3x3. All of the outside blocks filled. The corner, the outside row doesn't need to be filled in on the very top and the bottom. But I have got it that way at the moment because I'm going to expand this out a little bit more soon. The glass tank has, or the seared tank has to be on a corner and the controller has to be in the middle. And this will cook things up in stacks of 16, which should be really nice. I have 16 copper dust here, so I should just be able to throw this in as a stack. And this will make resource processing much faster than using the melter. I did get nice 4 cells of lava for finishing that quest. So next up we'll try and get this alchemical brass, which looks like we need to do some very basic Thaumcraft. And we're going to be looking to get to this quest, I believe, for alchemical brass. And to get there, we are first of all going to have to find V crystals, which means I need to go out mining and find a vein that has these in. So I will be back when I have some of these to continue. I'm back and I spent a little bit of time mining, and I went to a redstone vein and a quartz vein. And in the quartz vein I found this entropy infused ore, which when you put around a pure daisy will give you the entropy crystals. Be careful using that because it goes straight through cobble and stone. And also when I mined this, I got the Strange Dreams book from Thaumcraft that explains how to make Salus Mundus the normal way and to use it on a bookshelf. Now, I'm also just going to need some sand. Need to use this low covalence dust. I will need some tiny charcoal as well, and I need to go and get some more of that. Grab this floor for now. And then a little bit more of that. And then if we go back to this quest page, we next need to make this Salus Mundus, which is just low covalence dust all the way around any sort of Viz crystal and with some liquid mana. So I took this drum that I got for a quest reward and filled it with wizardry mana. So there was a pool near the base. And you'll just empty out that lava. Pour that in there. Now I should be able to put a couple of these. I'll just do 2 for now. That's all I've got enough covalence dust for. And that will give us some Salus Mundus. Completes this quest. Next we need to make the Thaumonomicon. And I'm guessing to do that we need to do what Strange Dreams book says. And we take the dust and sprinkle it on a bookcase. And do I have any leather here? I do. And sugarcane. Let's grab some more sugarcane. And we should just need, I think, 3 books. And some wooden planks. It's in the it's in this table, I think. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be with a hammer. Oh no, it's a saw, thank God. Don't have to make one of those. And there's a bookshelf. If we put that down and then right click it with some Salus Mundus. And here's a Thaumonomicon. Not much in here at the moment. It looks like the first step will be to make the arcane workbench. Which again looks like putting Salus Mundus onto... Actually, it wants us to make the crucible first. I'll just use this one for now and I'll make another one up when I'm not recording. Am I missing something here? Yeah, I think we do need to do the table first. The arcane workbench. And pick that up. And that will complete that. So now it looks like I need to make a thermometer, which is 4 gold plates and a mana orb. I did make up a little bit of gold. Maybe make the 4 gold plates. Maybe make the mana orb. Looks like we throw a glass orb into mana, and that just needs glass panes. There we go. Quickly dig a hole for the mana. Might as well do all of these just in case I need them later. And then this needs to be done in the arcane workbench, I can't remember. Yeah, and that'll give us the thermometer. We can then use to scan things, I believe. Maybe just things in the inventory first of all, to get these aspects. Now that we have thermometer, observation fundamentals. How's that? There we go. Studying Sensu may be a good place to start. Yeah, now we move on to discovering alchemy. I think the end of the Talisman is from this quest. And hopefully now we can put the cauldron down and right click it with this Talisman. There we go, that will give us the crucible. And then in order to make this alchemical brass, we need to put copper into the crucible with some instrumentum. And we also need to get the research here. Do I still need to scan it? Just scan some more things in general, maybe. That's everything I have in my inventory. Will that do? Yeah. There we go. And then discovering alchemy, we've already done this. I think I need to take a moment just to figure out what I need to do to get the correct research, and then I will be back. Okay, then I'm back, and it turned out I was looking at this page and I just needed to click alchemy up here, and then we have the quest to make alchemical brass. I've set up the cauldron, and you do need to be really careful with this because you can make a mess and I guess pollute your chunk and everything can turn purple, and I don't really want that to happen, so I'm going to try and be careful with this. So in order to make the alchemical brass. We need 5 instrumentum in the cauldron, and then we throw in a copper ingot. So I had a look and I found that wooden shovels each give 4 instrumentum. So if I put 10 wooden shovels in, which is what I've crafted, then I should be able to make 8 alchemical brass ingots. So let's see if we can do this without making a mess. Okay, so there's my 8 alchemical brass. If I look at this in the thermometer, I should see that there's no elements left in it. Now, also, I did see that when I made this, I got a message pop up down here. And now things are getting spicy, but all but the worst monsters known to the world will now be unleashed on you. Hope you'll be prepared because the rest of us probably aren't. Thanks for that. So it looks like I've made the enemies in the overworld harder again, which doesn't sound like fun, but we shall see how that goes. But now we have this alchemical brass, and I'll take the extra 8 from there. I do think I'm going to leave it here for today, because in order to continue I need to go mining and find some tin so that we can make bronze, and then we can move into making all of these bronze age machines. Doesn't look like we need to make too many of them, and we're aiming to get to LV as quickly as possible. So we'll see how far we can get in the next episode, hopefully all the way up to at least finishing this page. In between episodes I'll do some mining and maybe start planning out what the base is going to look like, because I don't want to get too much further just living in a hole in the ground. Thanks everyone for watching. If you've got any feedback, feel free to leave it down in the comments below and I'll try and reply to you. And thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.